No flour, no oil. With just 2 ingredients, you can still make a dish that puffs up tall and turns out as soft and smooth as a cake. It may sound hard to believe, but as long as you get a few small details right, the result will surprise you from the very first try. Prepare the number of eggs you need. Here, I'm using 4. Crack them into a bowl. Use a fork or a whisk to gently stir until the whites and yolks are combined. Just mix, do not whip. Stir in one direction, not up and down. Keep the whisk lightly touching the bottom of the bowl, moving slowly to cut the egg whites into the yolks. If you beat too hard and create foam like soap bubbles, that means you've over-whisked, and the cooked eggs will have large holes and look unattractive. When the mixture is evenly yellow, with no streaks of egg white, it's ready. There may be tiny bubbles, but there shouldn't be many large bubbles. That's perfect. Next, pour the eggs into a measuring cup to check the volume. We get about 200 milliliters of egg. Then, measure exactly 200 milliliters of milk. This 1-to-1 ratio makes the mixture just thin enough to generate steam during cooking, and that steam is what makes the eggs puff up from the inside. Add a pinch of salt. It may seem simple, but this is a detail many people overlook. Salt not only enhances the flavor, but also directly affects the texture of the eggs. When dissolved into the mixture, salt helps the egg proteins retain water better, making the final result smoother and softer. Don't underestimate salt. It doesn't just season, it helps determine how smooth the eggs turn out. Give it another gentle stir to combine the eggs, milk, and salt. Mix lightly to avoid creating large air bubbles. Prepare a heat-proof bowl or mold. Pour the mixture in. Don't cook it right away. Let it rest for about 1 minute. This short resting time allows large bubbles to rise and disappear, resulting in a much smoother surface after steaming. Then place the bowl into a pot of already boiling water. Cover the pot and start steaming for about 15 minutes. Important note: do not cook directly over the flame. Steaming in a water bath allows gentle, even heat transfer, so the eggs set slowly. This is the key to achieving a smooth, uniform, restaurant-quality texture. As the heat spreads evenly, the water and milk inside begin to create steam, but it gets trapped within the setting egg structure. This gentle pressure pushes the egg mixture upward, making it rise naturally like a cake, soft, airy, yet still moist. Keep the heat at medium, with the water gently simmering. This is the ideal level for the eggs to cook slowly, without thermal shock, and maintain a smooth, fluffy structure. If the heat is too low, the temperature won't be sufficient. The eggs will set too slowly, may release water, and the inside can turn runny or fail to rise. If the heat is too high, the water will boil vigorously. The excessive heat causes the proteins to contract too quickly, resulting in a rough, porous, and dry texture. After the steaming time is up, let it rest in the pot for another 3 to 5 minutes to achieve a pudding-like softness. The moment you lift the lid, a warm steam rises, carrying the delicate scent of fresh eggs blended with the rich, creamy aroma of milk, subtle but irresistible, making anyone want to try it immediately. The omelet has puffed up beautifully, with a smooth, stable surface. Slide a spatula around the edges and gently shake the bowl. You'll see the eggs are so soft that they tremble at the slightest touch, as if ready to melt in your mouth. Place a plate on top and carefully invert it. Remove the bowl. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. When you cut into it, you'll find the inside is silky smooth and lightly glossy, with no holes or large bubbles, like a perfect combination of sponge cake and pudding. When tasting, the eggs are soft, airy, yet perfectly moist, melting instantly in your mouth. The lightly creamy flavor of the milk adds a naturally sweet note, making you want to eat it all in one go. Every bite is moist and tender, never dry or chewy, preserving the pure, delicate taste of eggs and milk. Many people think you have to whisk the eggs until fluffy for them to rise. But actually, this dish puffs up thanks to the steam trapped inside. That's the real secret. Are you curious to try it right now? Or have you ever made this dish before? Comment below and share your experience. Next, I'm going to share with you an incredibly simple dish that turns out soft and smooth like a restaurant dish: steamed eggs with shrimp. This dish is not only delicious, but also high in protein, easy to digest, and loved by everyone in the family. However, there's one common mistake that many people make, which causes the eggs to be riddled with holes and the shrimp to become tough. Fixing just this one step can completely change the result. First, prepare the shrimp. Add a pinch of salt. Add enough water to cover the shrimp and gently rub them for about 1 minute. Then, replace the water 1 to 2 times to wash the shrimp thoroughly. Finally, drain them in a bowl. Prepare a small piece of ginger, washed clean. Slice it thinly and cut into fine strips. Next, take a few stalks of green onion and cut them into sections. Add to the shrimp a pinch of ground pepper, a pinch of salt, then the ginger and green onion. Gently mix with your hands so the ginger and green onion infuse the shrimp. Marinating for a few minutes will make the shrimp more fragrant, sweeter, and completely free of fishy smell. Don't skip this step. Crack 2 eggs into a large bowl. Add a pinch of salt and gently stir until the eggs are fully mixed. Salt is not just for flavor. It also helps the egg proteins retain moisture, which makes the eggs firm, smooth, and beautifully set. This is perfect like this. Now, add water at a ratio of 1.2 to 1.5 times the amount of eggs. A very important detail: use water at around 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Water that has been boiled and cooled slightly contains less air, helping the eggs steam smoothly. No holes, no separation. Here, I use 150 milliliters of water and stir evenly. Next, strain the egg mixture through a fine sieve. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. If there is foam on the surface, remove it. This step determines whether your eggs will be silky smooth or filled with tiny holes. Melt 1 teaspoon of butter without overheating. Add it to the egg mixture. Gently stir to incorporate the butter. The melted butter forms a finer network in the eggs, making them soft, smooth, and creamy. During steaming, the butter increases moisture and reduces the risk of the eggs drying out or forming holes. If you like, you can also add finely chopped vegetables at this step. Next, place the egg bowl into a steaming pot with boiling water. Cover the bowl with a plate or lid. This small tip is very important. It prevents water from dripping onto the eggs, ensuring a perfectly smooth surface. Steam over medium heat for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, open the lid to check. Gently shake the bowl. The eggs should have just started to set and slightly wobble in the center. Now it's time to add the shrimp. Here's the secret. Adding the shrimp too early will make them tough and dry. Add them at the right moment, and they'll be tender, naturally sweet, and perfectly cooked. Cover the pot again and steam for an additional 3 minutes. When the time is up, turn off the heat. As soon as you lift the lid, a warm steam rises, carrying the delicate aroma of fresh eggs blended with the rich, creamy scent of butter, both inviting and appetizing. The shrimp, just cooked, retain a vibrant pink color and plump, juicy texture, immediately showing their natural sweetness and freshness. They sit atop the pale yellow, lightly glossy egg layer. Sprinkle chopped scallions on top. Drizzle a little sesame oil to enhance the aroma. Add a touch of soy sauce to complete the flavor. When you taste this steamed egg with shrimp, you'll immediately notice the softness and smoothness of the eggs. Each spoonful melts gently in your mouth, never dry or chewy. The light, rich flavor of the butter, combined with the freshness of the eggs, makes it feel like eating a smooth pudding, fluffy yet perfectly moist. The shrimp are just cooked, naturally sweet and juicy, with a gentle bounce when bitten. Every bite is balanced. The softness of the eggs, the sweetness of the shrimp, the subtle richness of butter, and the faint aroma of sesame oil, with soy sauce adding a harmonious, sweet, salty note. This is truly a dish that is simple, visually appealing, delicious, and offers an incredibly pleasant and memorable eating experience. If you enjoy this dish, be sure to try it yourself. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.